Hello, every pony artist, Liana here. Link to my divining art in the description below and also for my Patreon if you'd like to do that. Warning, this video will contain pictures from Google and other places that is not mine, so please give respect to the owners of these pictures and copyrights. And also warning, it's going to contain my personal opinion about stuff in My Little Pony, so if you don't like stuff like this, click away or else stay. Yeah, here we go. 3, 2, 1. So yesterday I was asked about something with one of my friends, and he asked me if My Little Pony eat meat. And first I was like, well, of course not. They're only eating, oats and grains, grass and stuff like normal horses. But then I saw the picture with the, what it is, burger or a sandwich with this that looks like ham, and I was like, okay, maybe they sometimes do eat meat. And I do believe I one time saw a video with a cow that eats a small chicken, and also seen a video with a horse eating some bug or grasshopper. I will not say on purpose, but they're just eating and not thinking about it. So I do believe that is possible for the My Little Pony horses also. But I don't feel like they will put meat deliberately into the sandwich or into the burgers, or how to say that. And the reason why I'm saying this is that there is sentient cows, and there's also like pigs, chickens and other animals that they take care of. We can see this with, for example, Applejack. She takes a lot of care of the cows and pigs and stuff like that, and also chickens. And I also believe that Fluttershy have chickens and stuff. But do they eat the eggs then? Are they more like maybe not vegetarian but vegan ponies? I don't know, and I'm not 100% sure about the difference, and I'm sorry, but I actually have both a vegan friend and a vegetarian friend. And sometimes it can be very hard to, the difference. And sometimes I just make food and then they will be like, well, we can't eat that because there's this and this in. And I was like, oh, I forgot. Me, myself, I eat meat. So it's like very hard for me to, I will not say understand, but remember that there shouldn't be stuff inside. And for me, like, eggs is meat, and cheese is meat, and milk is meat, and all of this stuff that one of my friends is like, well, I don't want to eat that because blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay, well then you can't eat eggs, and then you can't eat fish. Fish is also meat in my eyes and stuff like that. But I don't believe that My Little Pony eat fish either. Now, there is an episode I was actually thinking about when I did this, and that is the Big Bad episode, or the episode with Applejack, where she is so tired, so she puts like worms and other stuff into cupcakes, and all of the ponies that eat these cupcakes become sick. Okay, but Spike, the dragon, eats the cupcakes and are fine. And I do believe that it's not only because of the worms, but that is definitely meat. The worms is meat, so the ponies that eat the baked bad cupcakes from that episode have actually been eating meat. But there's also a lot of other stuff inside those cupcakes, so I wouldn't say that is the definite, and I wouldn't say that it's something that again, that they do on purpose. Now back to the sandwich that looks like it's ham, and I was like, maybe it's cheese. And I was looking up like pink cheese. I know that it's very weird to look up stuff like that, but it actually exists, and there's a lot of pink, vegetables and fruits out there. And I'm like, well, it could be like that, or it could be that they just used food coloring. I'm not sure. But I'm like, why are you so worried that they eat meat sometimes? I would be more worried about all of the cakes and all of the, unnecessary sweets that they eat, especially Pinkie Pie. But I do believe that she is built so she can't, can handle all of this cakes and stuff like that. We see her eat a whole cake, and we see her eat, I think it's called rock candy, and she eats so much so she is almost getting sick of the candy, and she gets the others also to eat that much candy. And we see often to, when they go to parties or they just go out for a normal day, they actually are putting sweets on the table. They're putting, very unhealthy stuff on the table with a lot of sugar and a lot of, stuff inside. Even in old days, because I will put a picture here of something that Granny Smith talked about with the sap apple jam and what it's supposed to be used for. It shows that even in old days they used sweets and stuff like that. So I would be more concerned about the fat content and the sweet content, and all of this that is very bad for you. And actually also, I will not say it's teaching children that it's okay to eat cake and stuff like that, but yeah, I don't know how I would explain this. I just feel like I'm not that worried that they eat meat. I'm more worried that they're going to die of diabetes or, a heart attack or something in those lines. I do think the only episode where we see a, table with pure, stuff that is not made out of sugar and stuff like that is the episode where the yaks come, and Twilight and Spike stands with this table that is filled with a lot of nice stuff like garlic bread and all sorts of stuff, but I was like, okay, normally there will be like cupcakes, there will be like sugary stuff and all sorts of stuff, and almost in, I will not say all burgers, but almost in all of these episodes, I actually found an episode where there is these aperitifs, or what it's called. I'm sorry, I'm not that fancy. But where I see that a pony flies by a tray with cheese. And I was like, well, then they are eating actually something that are non-vegan, or how to say that, because I do believe that cheese is not a vegan product. I do believe that you can get cheese that are specifically made for vegan stuff, but I don't know if they can make that in My Little Pony show. And I was also thinking about in old days in our world, wine gums was made out of pigs stuff, and the licorice was made out of horse blood or something nasty. I don't believe that the My Little Pony horses make candy like this. I do believe that they have their own way to make candy, and there is this maybe healthy way to eat the cakes and the sweetening, and I'm not thinking that much about it. But so far, I'm not worried about, them eating meat. I'm actually more worried about them eating sweets and sugary stuff. And yeah, I don't know if you should take it that seriously, because it's a show about pastel colored ponies. And I actually eat what I want. I know that it's very unhealthy, and it's not a way to do stuff. I should actually, not eat all of the sweets and drink cola and eat, all of this meat, and maybe I should cut down on stuff and stuff like that. But I have figured out, if I don't eat what I want, and do what I want, or how to say that, within certain lines, right? You become very sad and you become depressed, or you can become depressed. I do believe that I have a lot of respect for my two friends that are actually doing this by themselves. I know that I couldn't uphold not eating a pig roast, for example, at Christmas time. I would hate myself for not eating, the pig roast. And I know it sounds wrong, and I know that you guys out there are like, oh, I don't want pig roast if you're vegan, and if you eat meat like me, you will be like, yeah, I understand what you mean, or other forms of roast. It's just so good. So I don't know, you guys, if I'm ever going to not be eating meat. But I don't believe that My Little Pony show is eating meat on purpose. And I do believe that we're taking it a little bit too seriously. But that is actually all. Do remember that inspiration is right around the corner. Do remember to take care of yourself and loved ones. And that was actually all for today. And there is a lot of special, I will not say dishes, but one of my favorite dishes for vegetables, or how to say that are made out of vegetables and stuff like that, is actually falafel. And I have, these neighbors that actually introduced me to falafel, so I really do actually like that. But eating it every day instead of meat, or putting fruit or vegetables instead of my meat, I don't know, you guys. I'm still more worried about the sugary stuff. But that is actually all. Yeah, okay, bye.